Now this is a story that concerns me greatly. It concerns us all, in fact, for it is the story of one man who was sent to prison for 20 years for simply saying something. He said it on Twitter, which gave the authorities enough cause to put him inside for 20 years. So what did he say? What was the tweet that landed him in prison for 2 decades? I'm going to tell you right now. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss another upload. And if you enjoy the content, then do consider becoming a member where you can access exclusive content and chat with me directly. Now, this individual who was sent to jail for 20 years for simply tweeting something, his name is Musa Farouk. Now, if you ask me, that is not a name that stands out as being particularly controversial or inflammatory. Why, he is a man from Pakistan who is himself an Ahmed Muslim. And if you're not aware of who or what an Ahmed Muslim is, well, essentially they are a sect of Islam, a distinct religious community whose beliefs differ slightly from mainstream Islam. This difference in beliefs has often led to persecution by other Muslims and by other groups who disagree with their interpretation of Islam. Now, some people have even gone so far as to label the Ahmadis as being non-Muslim. Now, the reason why I mention this is because the tweet that got Mr. Farouk into such big trouble was a tweet regarding, or seemingly regarding, the Prophet Muhammad. You see, every year on the 12th of May, there is a day known as the Eid Miladun Nabi, or the Prophet's birthday celebration day. And in recent years, this celebration has caused quite a bit of controversy in Pakistan, largely because of how the Ahmadis choose to celebrate it. In Pakistan, there are laws against the Ahmadis celebrating the Prophet's birthday. These laws prohibit them from saying that they are Muslims and also forbid them from holding any celebrations. In 2010, a Pakistani court even went as far as to declare the Ahmadis as non-Muslims. The country's parliament had passed a bill declaring that the Ahmadis were non-Muslims and that they should not be allowed to call themselves Muslim or to celebrate the Prophet's birthday. The judge who delivered this ruling stated that the Ahmadis had distorted beliefs and were waging a sort of silent war against Islam. So why does this matter? Why am I telling you all this background information? Well, because all of this information relates directly to the tweet that Mr. Farouk posted on Twitter. On the morning of May, Musa Farouk posted a tweet that read, "A very happy birthday to the last and final prophet of God, the seal of the prophets, our leader, our inspiration, and our role model, Prophet Muhammad." It is very important to note here that he did not write the word Eid in his tweet. The word Eid refers to a religious holiday. And it just so happened that the day after he posted that tweet, the Eid Miladun Nabi, or the Prophet's birthday celebration day, would be observed by many Muslims around the world. Now, it appears as though he may have posted the tweet with the word Happy Birthday instead of Eid Mubarak, which is a common greeting used by Muslims during Eid celebrations. So while the tweet itself does not seem particularly controversial, it still managed to land Mr. Farouk inside for 20 years. You see, when the tweet went out, it spread like wildfire. It got retweeted thousands of times, and soon enough, members of the public started calling for the arrest of whoever posted it. They alleged that the tweet insulted the Prophet Muhammad and called for blasphemy laws to be enacted against the tweeter. In Pakistan, insulting the Prophet Muhammad is a criminal offense. And according to the Pakistan Penal Code, anyone found guilty of doing so could face up to 10 years in prison. But in this case, the sentence was much harsher than that. Musa Farouk was arrested by the Punjab police and was charged under Section 295C of the Pakistan Penal Code, which makes it illegal to insult the Prophet Muhammad. His lawyer argued that his client had not intended to disrespect the Prophet and that the tweet was simply a birthday wish. However, a local Pakistani court rejected these claims and found Mr. Farouk guilty of blasphemy. They sentenced him to death. Now, after this ruling, his lawyer appealed the decision, stating that the prosecution had failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that his client had committed blasphemy. Unfortunately, this appeal was also rejected, and the sentence of death was upheld. Mr. Farouk then filed a petition for a review of the ruling. He requested that the judges recuse themselves due to alleged bias. Again, unfortunately for Mr. Farouk, this attempt to appeal the ruling was also unsuccessful. And so he ended up being moved from one prison to another as the authorities prepared him for his execution. But things took yet another turn when the Prosecutor General of the Lahore High Court stepped in. He argued that the trial court did not have the authority to try Mr. Farouk because he was a civilian, not a military officer. Instead, he should have been tried by a special court established under the Official Secrets Act. Because of this oversight, the prosecutor general recommended that the sentence be set aside. And as a result of this recommendation, the Lahore High Court acquitted Mr. Farouk of all charges, releasing him from prison. However, upon his release, rather than being set free, Mr. Farouk was immediately rearrested and taken into custody by the Counterterrorism Department. They accused him of posting blasphemous content online between 2017 and 2022, apparently. These charges were separate from the one that saw him sentenced to death. It seems as though the authorities really wanted to keep him locked up, because as soon as he was acquitted of the first charge, they came up with another one to keep him behind bars. Mr. Farouk's lawyer responded to this new development by saying this is nothing but state terrorism. They are just trying to silence him because he belongs to the Ahmadiyya community. So what happens now? Well, apparently Mr. Farouk will be kept in prison until the end of the legal proceedings. And given the history of blasphemy cases in Pakistan, it is unlikely that he will be acquitted of these new charges. Most people who have been charged with blasphemy in Pakistan and taken to court have been found guilty and sentenced. Many of them have been sentenced to death, and some have even been killed by mobs outside the courtroom. Mr. Farouk is not the first person to be charged with blasphemy in Pakistan over a social media post. In 2019, a man was sentenced to death after sharing a blasphemous post on Facebook. And in 2015, a woman was sentenced to death for posting anti-Islam material on Twitter. This case raises serious concerns about freedom of speech and the right to religious expression in Pakistan. Human rights groups have condemned the sentencing and called for its immediate repeal. They have also expressed concerns about the safety of Mr. Farouk and other Ahmadis in the country. As for Mr. Farouk himself, he remains defiant. In a statement released through his lawyer, he said, "I am innocent and have only spoken the truth. My conscience is clear, and I am ready to sacrifice my life for the sake of truth." So what do you think? Is this man's arrest and sentencing justified? Or is it an example of the misuse of blasphemy laws? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss another upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.